Yo, what's going on, guys? Clutch back again with another video for you guys, and today it is going to be another tactics video. It is a new formation for the channel and one I'm super excited for. I've used it a fair bit and I think it can be really good, so I'm excited to show you guys. Before we do get into it, if you haven't already, please smash that like button. It helps me a ton, helps push the videos. It'll be much appreciated. Also as well, if you do have any questions or just want to interact with me in general, down in the comments below, and I reply to every single comment. So if you are, if you've got any questions, go for it. Also as well, please smash that sub button. It would help an absolute massive amount. We are trying to reach 5,000 subscribers, and every single one of you hit that button help out massively. Also as well, if you are interested in coaching or anything, patreon.com/clutch coaching down in the description. So like I said, this is a new one. I'm excited for this one. This is the 4-4-1-1. Now, a lot of you guys are looking at this going, that's a weird one. Now, obviously, it isn't the normal kind of one. But for me, I could dare say it might be on the levels of like a 4-2-3-1 in terms of the fact of how it plays, and I'll speak about it shortly. But I definitely did enjoy this formation. So, defensive style is on balanced. Again, nothing too crazy here. For me, especially with these styles of formations where you generally have the flat full midfield, I'm just not going to really be doing too much pressing. I like to have it on balance, have a structured way of playing, be defensively sound, and try and win games that way. And then our width is on 45. This is mainly down to the fact of trying to push those fullbacks in a little bit narrower to make sure we don't concede any silly through balls. Those through balls between the fullback and the centre-back are the most deadly through ball on the game, and I don't want it happening, so I'm tucking those fullbacks in. Now the depth is on 71. Again, you don't have to use 71 depth. It's not as overpowered on old gen as it is on new gen, but for me, I still think the net worth of it is an absolute positive. You do get to still press higher up the pitch. You win the ball back in better situations, but it also is a press where it's not your players running around in mad positions and finding it super hard kind of like keep any sort of structure. So it is up to you, but for me 71 depth is good. If not, I would say maybe go down to like a 50 and then just kind of be a general defensive block that way. But for me, it is the 71 depth. Now the build-up play is on long ball. Long ball is one that I've actually started to really enjoy of recent times. What it does basically, it makes your players make basically runs into space earlier. So basically it goes quite well with direct passing in terms of the fact of trying to make in behind runs. Just means they trigger a bit earlier, so you can use those LBYs, really try and be quite versatile in how we attack and how we kind of try and confuse our opponent. Now, chance creation is on direct passing. Again, direct passing is the GOAT of FC24. It's the GOAT of FIFA in general, and if you're not using it, I don't get why you're not. If you want to know what basic direct passing does, players with higher attacking positioning and higher sprint speed acceleration, they make better in-behind runs. Now, why is that so good? Obviously, because of how good the through balls are, so make sure you are using them. Now, the width is on 40. If you've watched the channel on any previous times, you know that I will like to have my wingers a little bit narrower. This is mainly just due to the fact of being in better attacking positions when we do get in and around the box. I find if they are quite wide, they stay wide and they don't actually get that involved, whereas I want a bit more contribution out of them. Also, it does open up space as well for overlapping runs with fullbacks. I just think all in all, it's an absolute net plus. Now, the players in the box is on 6. Again, with formations like this, where it's a bit more structure based, I tend to not commit too many bodies forward. I like to kind of build up play and play how I feel is best. But if you want to be a bit more aggressive, you could definitely run it up to 7. But for me, it is definitely 6. Now, corners and free kicks are also both on 2. This is mainly due to the fact of basically trying to defend counter-attacks. We don't want to concede any silly goals. And also as well, with 2 corners, there is a very good set-piece tactic that works really well. Do you want to have an amazing team like this? Well, head over to iggm.com to get the cheapest and most reliable coins on FC24 and use code CLUTCH at checkout for 5% off. Now, guys, we are going to get into the instructions. This is how I do have the team laid out. We do have Messi as our centre forward, Kvaratskhelia up front, Bruno G, Marquisio as our midfielders, Zola, Brolin as our wire players, and then obviously that defence, which is absolutely rock solid. So, our central striker is on stay central, get in behind. This is pretty self-explanatory, really. I do want him to stay in those central areas, and I want him to make the getting behind runs. Obviously, with using long ball, with using direct passing, we are really trying to instruct our players to really run at our opponent's back line. So we obviously do want the instructions to match. We do also have our centre forward or our cam style player, depending on what version of 4-4-1-1 you want to use, on stay central, getting behind as well. We do want him in the central areas of the pitches just because we have so much cover in the other areas. And also we do want him on getting behind. So say if Kvaratskhelia picks the ball up, Messi will make a run beyond him, try and break those lines, try and break our opponent down, and just try and be as deadly as possible with these through balls. Now, both of my centre mids are on stay but while attacking and cover centre. Now, you kind of asked me maybe why am I being so defensive with this? This is mainly due to the fact that basically, I believe that defending wins games on this game. It's so hard to defend at times. So for me, having them both on stay but while attacking cover centre just makes the most sense. Especially when we are using like these flat 4 formations where you've got an LM, 2 CMs and a right mid. For me, it just makes sense because you're going to have the wider defensive cover with the 2 midfielders. You've also got the fullbacks, and you're also going to have a lot of bodies going forward as well with, again, the wide midfielders and the fullbacks. So I just want them there to try and protect that defence and really just make us as defensively sound as possible. Now, I do have my right mid on come back on defence, cut inside, getting behind, getting to the box for cross. Now, obviously, I do have him on come back on defence, but this does not mean he won't attack. He will still absolutely bomb forward. All it does mean is that when we are defending, he'll come back and help support. It really just means that when we are defending, we've got extra bodies, but he'll still bomb forward, so you do not have to worry about it. As I spoke about in the tactics with the width, I do have both of my wide mids on cut inside. Now, this is for 2 reasons. Obviously, one of them is what I spoke about how I want them to get more involved in the attack in those central areas, be available for back post crosses, be available for cutbacks, be available for all these things that they might not be available for if they're not on cut inside. But it is also to create space for our fullbacks, so when they do bomb on those overlap runs, they'll absolutely bomb down, and it creates space for them as well. We do obviously have them on getting behind as well to try and make the most of long ball and direct passing. And then we do have them on getting to the box for cross as well, just to make sure, again, they make those back post runs, those cutback runs. We really want to have as many bodies in the box as we can. And then, obviously, this is the exact same for our other wide player, basically our left mid. Now, I do have my 2 centre-backs on default instructions, the same as the keeper. If you did want to have your keeper on sweeper keeper and comes for crosses, that would definitely work. It's just a more aggressive way of defending your goal. But for me, I'm just not using it for this specific formation. And then we do have our fullbacks, like I previously just hinted to. They're on stay but while attacking overlap. Now for me, I don't like to bomb on too much with my fullbacks, but if they are going to make those attacking runs, I do want them to be wide overlapping runs, because as those wingers tuck in, it opens up so much space. You can get a lot of good overload options on if you do it. So yeah, guys, hope you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know if you did enjoy the formation down in the comments. Please smash a like if you could, and as well smash that sub button. We are trying to hit 5,000 subs. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.